Now remember the plan. Stick to the facts and try and keep him busy. Don't worry, I got everything I need. It'll go fine. Maybe. Let's see, golden flowers? Yep, definitely the right place. You know, I really like my new logo. My baby! What have you done to it? Do you know how long it took to make the, why not? Whoa, watch where you point that thing. Kinda dangerous. Is that what theories are considered these days? I thought it was objective thinking. Again, why? Why do you hate me? I haven't done anything yet. No, I understand what's on surface level, but come on, it's Toby. He's way more clever than that. There's probably like 20 more layers to it. Oh, not this thing. Oh, no. Okay, part 1 of the plan went perfect. Now we're inside. We just have to cover a bunch of facts and maybe change a mind or two. You behind the screen, you better get comfortable. We got a bit to cover. Undertale is a game that manages to break new boundaries of an RPG and the limitation that is known for a game. Between a beautiful story, an amazing soundtrack, and the choices of life, you begin to question how much of a game it really is. The outcome of an entire world rests solely on the decisions you make throughout it. And through all this, it turns into one of the greatest RPGs of all time. But one thing about this story left an empty feeling in my heart. Not by making the wrong choice, mind you, but just not knowing what happened. What I mean by that is, what happened to Asriel in the end of this game? During the final fight with him, we were saving the souls of everyone when we realized we can save Asriel himself. And when we do, we get to see him turn back into himself for a short while. It is during this time that we learn that Asriel was inside Flowey and is only now here with all the souls inside him. But he states, in a little while, I'll turn back into a flower. Then he walks away to be supposedly turned back into Flowey. But see, this is the problem. We saved him, so he should be himself once more. In order to understand this, we have to start from the beginning. Asriel Dreemur was born under the king and queen, Asgore and Toriel. One day while exploring the ruins, he came across a human child named Chera. He helped them to their feet and brought them to his parents, hoping they would know what to do. Now understand, there was a war with humans, where in the end we forced them into the underground forever. And even after all of that, they adopted them into their family as one of their own. Chera found a new family. Asriel and Chera did, well, basically everything together. Hanging out, picking on each other. Not perfect, but no one is. I understand the whole genocide route Chera being evil, but this is a different timeline, therefore its information has no bearing on the pacifist route. As time went on, Chera learned about the barrier that bound their new family to this world. Now, Chera doesn't like humanity, so much so that it led to an attempt of suicide, as they went to Mount Abat, likely to end their life. But even as sad of a beginning as they may have had, they loved their new family enough for them to risk their own life to save them. So, they decided on a plan in order to get human souls. Chera poisoned themselves in order to release their souls so it could be combined with Asriel's in order to cross the border. They then head towards a town nearby to get the souls of the humans with full intent on killing them. But when they got there, Asriel couldn't bring himself to do it out of fear of resparking the war with humans. The humans, however, attacked nevertheless when they saw Chera's body in his hands and brought him to the brink of death. When he crossed back over the border, he turned to dust that fell on the flowers in Asgore's garden. Later, these flowers would be injected with determination in one of Alfie's experiments until it became sentient. Many believe this is how Asriel became Flowey, due to the folklore linked to ashes being tossed on a person's belongings. But this isn't possible, because if Asriel became Flowey due to his ashes falling on them, then it wouldn't be able to absorb monster souls. Flowey was designed to be a creature that could absorb human and monster souls in order to break the barrier. This is explained in entry number 7. We need a vessel to wield the monster souls when the time comes. After all, a monster cannot absorb the souls of other monsters, just as a human cannot absorb a human soul. So then, what about something that is neither human nor monster? And thus Flowey and Asriel are two different beings. But then why is Asriel here? I believe his soul was absorbed as well by Flowey. Allow me to explain. Asriel did die when he returned to the underworld, but I believe his soul remained. Remember, when Asriel turned to dust after crossing back over the border, he was still combined with Chera's soul. Human souls are able to linger and can survive even death. We see this during the final battle. Chera and Frisk both had a soul of determination, but Chera also had a very strong bond with their brother. So they wouldn't let them fade away until one day they were both absorbed by Flowey, as it was left where the two of them died, in Asgore's flower garden. This also can explain how the barrier could be broken in the end of the game. It states that if a huge power equivalent to 7 human souls attacks the barrier, it will be destroyed. This could be the monster souls and human souls all combined in the end, but countless monsters will return to dust during the war, and there may not be enough in order to break it, because it takes nearly all the monsters to equal 1 human soul. On the other hand, if a 7th human soul was introduced, it would be able to break it, leaving Chera as the answer for the 7th soul. So, hidden behind Asriel in the cutscene could have been the 7th soul of Chera, as they were brought forth when all the memories of everyone came flooding into them, but now combined with Flowey's evil, much like all the other characters, leading to such an intense battle. Not to mention Asriel's design. When Asriel moves or attacks, it uses all the different human soul colors, including red, which represents Chera's soul. Also, in his second form on his chest is what appears to be 2 souls combined. It's a bit ironic, don't you think? It should represent the 6 souls, but instead it just highlights 2 souls combined. In fact, his whole design is all about 2 combined souls, which would make sense seeing how he and Chera could still be combined. But once we manage to save his soul, he turns back into his regular self. It then states about turning back into a flower as it fades to white, or we are awakened by to find everyone around you with the portal now open. Now you would think this is the end, that he just disappears and that's the end of it, but there's more to it. If you go to the basement under Asgore's throne, you will find that the coffins containing the bodies of the humans who fell into this world are now empty when just before the fight they were closed. This has led many to believe that they all came back to life, just as all the monsters got their souls back and are alive once more. Because there wouldn't be time to move the bodies, everyone was absorbed by Flowey. But if that is the case, that would mean that Asriel would get his soul back as well, wouldn't it? And that's just it, he did. If you travel all the way to where you first fell into this world, you find something very interesting. Asriel still himself. He never turned back into Flowey. He's here, waiting for something. Understand that we are talking Toby Fox here. He does everything with a purpose. He could have just had his sprite be Flowey or make him fade away, but he didn't. He left him as Asriel. So then, Asriel's still here. Why? Why not just go home now? Well, that's the problem. The reason he is still here is he can't face everyone he has hurt, and he blames himself. Then he states something that just enforces the idea he is still alive. There is a lot of Floweys out there. He used Flowey in a context of representing a soulless being. When he thought he was turning back into a flower, he may have meant metaphorically, not physically, which explains why he is still here. And we can continue to talk to him to get more information about him and Chera, but at the end we just end up leaving. But could this be how it ends? Asriel waiting to just die? Because it's clear at this point he's not turning back into Flowey, or at least not likely. But remember what he said. Frisk, I don't regret that decision anymore. I did the right thing. He can come to terms with what happened, and it's thanks to Frisk. But that's exactly what doesn't make sense. Frisk, they gave up. It goes completely against their characteristics. It's almost as if someone rewrote the character. But how could someone... You know, I was wondering when you were gonna notice me talking in your head. What'd you think, I was your conscience? Okay, I'm up, jeez. But in all honesty, doesn't it sound a bit fishy? Asriel dying in the end. Oh, don't mind you saw him again. Must have been a ghost. Come on now, he's smarter than that. All that power, and yet here you are. But maybe the power's gone to your head. It's not cheating, it's using tactics, artifacts, amazing weapons. No wonder we couldn't use it. But yeah, sorry about that. But hey, it seems to have worked, so let's say we get you on home. Can't, why not? What, that little thing? Wait, isn't that Toby?
Now Snow, you know better than getting people's hopes up like that. Telling them they could save Asriel, not to mention leaving your guard down.
Good advice, but seriously, what's with the depressive ending? Why not just let the kid go home? So is that a no? Ow.
Now then. Oh, someone removed your HUD. What a shame.
Oh, not a problem, I got a spare lying around here.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm breaking through this person's monitor to get to the fight icon.
I'm pretty sure that's cheating.
Oh yeah, coming from the guy with the overpowered hammer.
Alright, good point. Okay, so he can hit pretty hard. Huh, pretty good, Snow. Let me give it a try.
Oh no. Is it over yet? Okay, note to self, don't turn your back on a god's hammer. Oh, no. Bad doggy. Now where did that little pup get to? There you...
Come on, Snow, I know that didn't... Snow, you must plan your moves ahead, you just can't run in swinging.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would... So, should we help him or what?
Nah, I think he's got it.
You know, I'm starting to think this is getting out of hand. And apparently out of proportion now as well. And out of oxygen. Oh, shit. Ah, that's much better. Okay, to explain this base suit from nowhere, you see, I have this little device. Okay, that was just rude. Don't worry, I'm just gonna knock some sense.
That's enough of that, thank you. Now as the oxygen slowly slips out of your body, I'll sum this up. There is much more than you know, Snow. Come back when you know the rest.
Wait, more cool. Water. Now would be a good time for the teleportation. Yep, right about now.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this little episode. A big thanks to Fracky for all his help. So many lines to record, but thank you. But yeah, be sure to check out his channel. I suggest the Call of Duty video, it's really good. Thanks to Master J as well for his help. You can find him right here. Watch the Metal Slug episode. And a big thanks to Swanky for his help with all the theories and generally dealing with me. His channel can be found here, and I would personally suggest his Pixel Portals. And if you like this video, well, you could subscribe to my channel. Hi, I'm Snow, the one narrating and currently animated. Hope you enjoyed yourself, have a nice day, and see you later. Well, that was a bit close for comfort. Hang on, this isn't the ship. No, definitely not the ship. I wonder what he meant by more than I thought. Also, I wonder how 13 is making out. Well, Toby should be preoccupied right about now. I think it's about time that I got started.